The Taeyang system is a kind of spirit that has been carefully created, and each star sphere has its own unique characteristics, such as life on the Earth, Jupiter with a large red spot, and Saturn with its own ring. The celestial bodies in the entire solar system are rich and diverse, and the star you see that can emit light and heat is the central object located in the solar system, and there are 8 major stars orbiting around it, as well as other small objects. Among these planets, the closest to our Earth is undoubtedly Venus, and sometimes you will see an unusually eye-catching bright star in the night sky, and it is very likely to be Venus. This is the former Soviet Union's Venus probe, and the real photo of Venus returned back. It can be seen that its surface is like an extremely dry wilderness. Due to the super greenhouse effect on Venus, the ground temperature has reached more than 400 degrees Celsius, the hottest star in the solar system, and almost no life on Earth can survive again. Mercury is the smallest of the 8 planets and the closest to the Sun. The temperature difference between day and night on its surface is extremely large, reaching as high as 427 degrees Celsius during the day and as low as freezing at night. In the images drawn by the Messenger water crystal detector, it can be seen that the water crystals are covered with large and small meteorite craters, which look a little similar to the lunar sphere. Subsequently, Taeyang naturally became the core of the Taeyang system, and its volume may far exceed your expectations, about 10,000 Earth spheres in size. Every hour, about 100 million tons of hydrogen elements must be fused together to ensure that it continuously emits light and heat and transmits part of the energy to the Earth. In other words, the ability to drive your body to walk or your brain to think is ultimately derived from Taeyang. In addition to the Earth, the fire star may also become a home for humans that has never come, such as the Curiosity, the Perseverance, the Dragon, and other fire star vehicles that have visited the fire star. And the reason why its surface appears orange-red, because the soil contains a certain amount of iron oxygen. Mars is a small star belt outside, which is dotted with about 10,000 small stars, most of which are composed of rocks or gold. It seems to be very dense, but in fact, it is limited to astronomical concentrations, and because our space probes have flown here often, there has never been any collision. After passing through the small star bag, the 9 gods, Jupiter is the largest of the 8 major stars in terms of mass and volume, and it is due to Jupiter's strong gravitational pull. From ancient times to the present, the Earth has blocked the blows of many alien celestial bodies, and it can be said that it is the protector of the Earth, and there is a landmark area on it, which is the Great Red Spot of Jupiter. It was a huge anticyclonic storm, large enough to engulf the entire planet. Then there is Saturn, and Jupiter, which are gas giants and do not have a solid surface. But Saturn is most impressive except for Titan, a satellite that may be lurking outside the Earth. There is also its unique halo, which is a star ring formed by hundreds of millions of ice and snowballs, which is expected to disappear completely within 100 million years. The last, Uranus and Neptune, are sister stars, and they are both weapon stars, and the alien stars are also relatively similar. Among them, Uranus is the only planet in the solar system that lies on one side and revolves in orbit, while Neptune is the farthest star in the solar system, about 100 million kilometers away from the Sun, and there is a diamond fish that everyone loves in it. Outside of Neptune, there is a belt carved into it, although it resembles a small star belt, but the model is larger, and some of them can be called dwarf stars that can be formed into spheres by their own gravity, such as Pluto, which is one of them. And Kuiper continued to look outward in darkness. But this does not mean reaching the end of the solar system, because our solar system is actually surrounded by an Oort cloud that people imagine exists. These are the many remains left of the Taeyang at the beginning of its birth, and they surround the entire Taeyang system, covering an area of about 2 light years left and right. Only by completely passing through this Oort cloud can humans truly leave the solar system. But here, the entire solar system is already the same as the stars in the night sky, just a bright spot. It is not difficult to imagine that even the Taeyang system is insignificant in the universe. So what is the power of name and language that we humans have gained with all our strength?